and welcome back to my channel. Today I have another grocery haul to share with you. This one is a little bit different. Here in Utah, a lot of our grocery stores have what are called case lot sales, and they happen a couple times a year. And basically what they are is they are a major sale on lots of like shelf stable goods that you can stock up on for pretty good prices. So this year, my husband and I decided to do was to take some of our state tax return and use it to stock up on some of these shelf stable items while they are on sale. Usually I stock up during case lot sale times, but I don't usually stock up quite this much. So today I'm going to show you what I got at my Smith's, which is my local Kroger store. Everything on this table I got for $160. Here's everything that I was able to get for my $160. And if you guys are interested, I can do another video about showing kind of where I keep all of this stuff and how I like rotate through it and make sure that it all gets used before the expiration dates. So if you're interested in that, make sure you comment that down below. And I guess we will just get into it. So first I was able to get 9 different cake mixes. They're all different flavors. I just like to have a handful of cake mixes on hand, like at all times. I use them lots of times to make cookies with, and then I also have a couple of recipes that call for a cake mix. So I like to make sure I have a variety of those on hand. I also got 12 boxes of brownie mix. Basically I was just thinking we could have like easy brownies once a month for a treat. Yes, I can make brownies from scratch, and I do make brownies from scratch sometimes, but it's also nice just to have a box to make it easy. Next to that, I was able to stock up on some pastaroni. Again, I was able to get 9 of those. I still currently have 3, I think, in my pantry. And I was just thinking to kind of stock up for a year's worth. This would be one lunch, like once a month for a year. But this is just something that feeds me and my husband and my 4-year-old for just a quick lunch whenever either nothing sounds good or we don't have any leftovers or anything like that. We also like to use them sometimes for a side with our dinner if we're just looking for something really quick. So I also was able to stock up on ground turkey. I was able to get 12 pounds of it. I know for sure that each of these were $1.99 per pound, and that is one price that has not increased with inflation. I know some of these other things have increased quite a bit. Like I know the cake mixes, the brownie mixes, and the pastaroni were all more expensive than they usually are. But I also don't foresee like my good stock up prices coming back anytime soon. So I just figured that the prices that they are now are probably the best prices that things are going to be. I know that the pastaroni used to be 88 cents a box, which was a really good deal. And then the cake mixes and brownie mixes, I used to be able to get for 75 cents each. But again, those are not something that is probably going to be coming back anytime soon. So I kind of have to readjust what my lowest like stock up price is on a lot of things. So I was able to get these 2 8-packs of applesauce cups. I just got these to put in our 72-hour kits. Usually around this time of year, the beginning of April and the beginning of October is usually when I go through our 72-hour kits and update them, make sure that we have the right size clothes for our kids, make sure that the food isn't expired. And these were on a pretty good deal. So I got these just to add to our, to rotate through some of the food in our 72-hour kits. Also, as I knew the case lot sale was coming and I was kind of going through my pantry to see what we needed, I realized that we don't actually have very much canned fruit. I don't think we actually have any. I think we have 1 extra jar of applesauce. So I know in the past I've canned my own peaches, and so we've had those in kind of our food storage, but we ran out of those a while ago. So I decided it'd be good to stock up on some canned fruit. I know especially my daughter, my 4-year-old, would be happy with all of these. So we were able to get some pears, a few different cans of peaches, some mixed fruit, and some mandarin oranges. And then kind of over here is like my baking section. I like to stock up on my baking stuff, especially when case lot sales come around. And so I was able to get 8 evaporated milks. Again, these I know for sure are something that were higher than I usually can get them for. I know in the past I've been able to get them for like 75 cents or 88 cents a can. And I think they were more than that this time. So I was able to get a 25-pound bag of flour. This was actually on a pretty good deal. I actually asked for just like the Kroger brand, which was the brand that was on sale, but they were out of stock. So they just substituted it with this brand, which is just fine for me. I don't really care too much. So, and I can show you at maybe another video when I'm talking about like my food storage. I have 5-gallon buckets that I kind of keep lots of these bulk baking things in. Again, I just wanted to make sure I had an extra giant bag of flour while the prices were low, because I know for sure that flour is going to be going up, especially with wheat prices are being anticipated to go up quite a bit later this year. So I kind of wanted to stock up now while prices are still fairly low. So I also wanted to stock up a little bit on powdered sugar and brown sugar. I store these in like 3-gallon ice cream buckets that I got just from our local creamery. And so I like to keep them in their individual bags inside of those buckets just to help keep out pests. And it seems to work fine for me. I don't go through powdered sugar and brown sugar nearly as much as I go through flour and sugar. So that's why I kind of keep them in their own bags and in smaller containers. The coconut wasn't necessarily on sale, but it is the cheapest place that I can find coconut where I live. And so I needed another bag just to stock up on my storage. Campbell's tomato soup and chicken noodle soup were also both on sale. These were also something that were more expensive than they usually are. I know in the past I've been able to get them for 50 to 75 cents a can, and they definitely were not bad. This time I have a decent stock right now. I would have liked to get more of them, but I'm hoping that they'll go on just a regular sale at Smith's within the next couple of months. So I just got 2 of each for now, just to kind of add to my stash a little bit. And then we'll continue on with kind of the rest of the cans. I was able to stock up on some petite diced tomatoes. I got 8 cans of those, just the regular petite diced ones without any extra seasonings or anything in them. These I just always like to have on hand. You can make sauce out of them, you can make chili, you can make soups, you can make just a ton of different things. So I would like to have those on hand. And these were about 15 cents more per can than I usually can get them for. Usually I can get them for 50 cents a can. And they were, I think, about 15 cents more than that this time. Same with the beans. I got 2 dark red kidney beans, 2 light red kidney beans. I use a dark and a light when I make my chili, so I like to buy them in like sets of 2. I already had a couple of sets in my pantry, but I just wanted to get a couple more sets just so that I could make chili when I want to and when I need to. Just because my chili recipe is a pretty good like pantry recipe. It calls for a lot of cans, so that's something that is good to like have on my menu and know kind of how to make if we were ever like in an emergency or I couldn't get like fresh ingredients or things like that, something I could easily make from my pantry. I also got 3 cans of black beans. It's kind of hard to tell. But I got 3 cans of black beans, again, just to stock up while the prices were fairly low. Beans, I used to be able to get them for 55 cents in the past, and they, again, are definitely not 55 cents anymore. The 8-ounce cans of tomato sauce, again, I like to keep these on hand to make my own pizza sauce, to make any like red sauce for like pasta dishes. And in the past, I've been able to get these for 20 cents. And again, they were not 20 cents this time. So I just got what I needed to finish stocking up. I got 2 cans of red enchilada sauce. We prefer green enchilada sauce. Occasionally we like to have red as well. I also have some packets to make red enchilada sauce. So I didn't need to stock up too much on the red enchilada sauce. You can kind of see up here, I got a whole case of green enchilada sauce just because we really like the green enchilada sauce and I can use it in a lot of other dishes that I make. Down here at the bottom, I got a whole case of petite diced tomatoes with jalapenos. So that's a case of 12. I was able to get those. And so I like those because I don't have to add any extra cans of things. Like I don't have to add extra green chilies or extra jalapenos. It's already right there in the can for me. And so they're the same price as the regular petite diced tomatoes. And so when they have those on sale with kind of the extra seasonings or the extra flavors, I like to buy those just because it makes cooking a little bit easier. So I got a case of 12 of the Great Northern beans. I like those for a white chicken chili that I make. And we make that quite a bit. So I want to make sure I had enough of those that I could basically make it once a month. And then I was able to get 16 jars of peanut butter. These were 99 cents, which is the same price that they have been in the past. So that's great that those were not going up in price. We go through at least a jar a month. And then if I'm making like treats that have peanut butter in them, which we have quite a few that we like, that usually will also go through like a half to a whole jar when I'm making those. So I just want to make sure that I had plenty. I was down to like my last 2 or 3 jars of peanut butter. So I want to make sure that I had that. And then lastly, I got 8 cans of corn. I just want to make sure, again, that I had some kind of shelf stable vegetable. We have vegetables in our freezer, which are what I prefer. But since these were on sale and it's something that I know we will eat, and add to different dishes. I wanted to make sure that we had some of those on hand as well. So that was kind of like my stock up food storage haul that I got from Smith's this week during their case lot sale. If you are interested, again, like I said, in knowing more about like my food storage, how I rotate things, how I store all this stuff, make sure you leave a comment below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.